Goddess Garage. Welcome to Tarot Delights. And you are?
Kayla from Wayward Spirit.
Yes, and we're just indulging ourselves in some homemade peanut butter cookies.
Which are absolutely delicious.
Oh, thank you. That just came out of the oven. So
That's the best way to have a cookie. When they're just out of the oven and... Ugh.
Exactly.
And now I'm thinking like taro and cookies should be a thing.
Yeah, taro and cookies. I mean, who needs tea and taro? I want taro and cookies. I know it doesn't run off the tongue quite so well, but... Or as well as tea and taro, but... You know, but with tea, there must be some sweets too.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
yeah. So we were just talking about what we want to talk about on the podcast, and we were talking about summer solstice and how we're in Kingston, Ontario, Canada, and it does not feel like summer. The first day of summer was yesterday, and it doesn't feel like it at all. It's gloomy, it's cold, it's rainy, but I was just telling you, as you know, I'm sitting out on my balcony, and it's a little chilly. But heat triggers, I have fibromyalgia, so, and I'm one of the few people that has it triggered by heat. So it triggers me, and it causes vast amounts of pain to happen for me. So I'm not a big fan of the heat. And, you know, like I sit out there thinking, well, at least it's not super hot, because it's going to get super hot at some point. And my plants are doing great, though.
Good.
You know, they're loving the rain. They're loving the odd, you know, sunshiny time. They don't really need a lot right now.
Who was I talking to about plants? Because someone asked me if I garden and things like that, and I'm like, I wish I could.
Okay.
I'm very much not a green thumb.
Okay.
I want to be.
You're more of a black thumb?
Yes, I love the idea of green witchcraft, but I'm very much like, let someone else grow them
Okay.
and harvest them, and I will use the
Yeah.
plants.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I can't seem to keep anything alive to save my life.
Okay. Okay. So my mom was a green thumb. She could grow anything. She was also a water witch. So she could douse for water. She did it professionally.
Nice.
And all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool that even though I was raised in a Roman Catholic household, there was a lot of witchiness around and a lot of magical things.
Well, I feel like I would assume your mom would like just put it into everyday life, right? So
Oh,
like
yeah.
it didn't feel like it needed to be this like special thing. It was just like this is what we did, and then this is what we called it, and
Yeah, exactly. Like she didn't identify herself as a witch or as a water witch, as they often call dosers that can legitimately find water. And that's a very important thing to have in the country, because you got to know where you want to drill.
yeah.
Because you can spend a lot of money to drill down and find nothing.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah, so she did that around the area that she lived in and stuff like that. And, yeah, so, like I said, it's not very summery here.
No, but yesterday there was a lot of summer sun showers.
That's
so, like,
true.
I got caught in 3 separate ones.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was at work in the morning, and we are always outside if it's sunny, and I love it because then I'm like, go have fun, fill your boots, do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. And he was happily playing in water, and then at one point it started raining, and I was like, are we going inside? He's like, nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay.
That's one of the best things is when you're a kid and you know you're just in shorts and a t-shirt and it starts to do that little sun shower and you're just in your glory at that point, right? It's like, free shower. I don't have to bathe tonight, right, Mom?
I remember being super little, and this is like maybe 2 or 3, maybe, like, you know how you start to form memories around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I was definitely like, it was a sun shower because it made me think of yesterday, or like yesterday made me think of this memory,
Right.
and I remember, like, I think we had the sprinkler system out, but then the sun shower came through, and I was like, screw the sprinkler system, this is better.
Yeah, right, because
Yeah.
it's coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mother Nature's in a bit of a mood, I think.
I think so.
It's spring-like here, which I'm fine with. Like I said, hot days will be upon us. But, you know, it's June. It's the end of June, and they haven't announced that our pool is open yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'm like, when's that going to happen, right? So,
Yeah, because that's usually like, that's the first thing the kids want to know. I
yeah.
remember my grandparents had a pool, and it was like May 2-4 weekend, and we'd be like ripping the cover off.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And like you were saying, your kids are really Riley right now
Oh my
because you've got
goodness.
3 more days.
3 more days. And I
Like
feel-
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday's the absolute last day. I mean, we have to be there for Friday, which is technically a PD day.
Okay.
But it's like a let's if you're moving schools, take your stuff with you. And
Oh,
if you're
okay.
not moving schools, like
It's basically clear your desk out.
clear your desk out.
Time of year.
Yeah, have your last like staff get together type situation.
Yeah.
But-
I loved the last day of school of clearing out our desks, or it was either the second last day, and bringing home all the papers.
yeah.
And because everything was on paper when I went to school.
A lot of stuff is still on paper because some of the kids are like, "Oh, we need to clean out our desks," and they just sit there and just dump everything in. It doesn't even. They don't even look at it.
Right? Like, I would keep it because what I would do is all summer long, I'd play school with my younger brothers and
Yep.
sisters, and I would use my old worksheets to teach them off of.
I vaguely remember doing that as a kid with friends.
It made me come back the next year, and I'd already reviewed because I've been teaching it all
you've
summer.
been teaching it all summer,
and I
that's-
was legit teaching.
that's a legit study habit though, right? Like if you
Right.
can teach it to other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Bob. How's it going, sir?
Bob saying hi.
Then that's half the battle. Like
Yeah.
you have to be able to teach it to other people. Then you know you have that skill down pat.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
that was probably an amazing tool for you.
Yeah, without even knowing what I was
Yeah.
doing, right? And it's just like, yeah, I really had things nailed down, and because I wanted to be a teacher, and you know, it was something I've always sort of strived for. I am not a teacher, in
The traditional
in the
sense,
traditional
but
sense.
you are a teacher in many ways.
That's true. I do facilitate a lot of
yeah.
things. And Catherine, my daughter, said to me one time, she's like, you know, you could just be the keeper of the knowledge.
Mhm.
You don't always have to share everything. Not to the point of gatekeeping, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I don't have to vomit out everything I know all the time.
It gets fun to share stuff though, right? Like
It does.
You learn certain things. Like what was one of the kids were saying something, and I like they hit on one of my hyperfixations, and I was like, I literally had to bite my tongue and
Right.
be like, no, you can tell me what you know about this.
Right,
I'm
right.
not gonna word vomit at you.
Yeah, that's sometimes hard, like when someone, like especially, you know, with the students that have come to my classes, and they'll say something that they've just learned, and it's like, well, that's old hat to me, you know, and it's like, but you want to be enthusiastic for them because they've just discovered this.
Yeah.
And I mean, the same has happened to me when I've said things that, you know what, if you do it this way, and like 10 people go like, yeah, didn't you already know that? It's like, oh.
Well, what I find really
New to
interesting
me.
too is like we have such a wealth of knowledge at our fingertips.
Oh my God, unlike any time in history.
Right? But then there's still people that are like, you do what, which way? And then
Right.
you're like, wait, tell me how you do it. And
Yeah.
then they learn a different way. And I'm like, how? What?
Or these little life hacks that you sometimes see. You're like, how did I not know to do this? You know, like the life hacks or tips Grandma gave me.
Yeah,
and-
tips from it. One of my favorite ones that I've seen recently, so like maybe it's because I drove with my grandparents a lot as a kid.
Mhm.
You know how your visor can like flip over
Mm-hmm. To
and
the
like
side.
to the side.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know that. And like one of my
Oh.
Facebook friends shared that, and people like the comment section was just like, oh my God, I didn't know they could do this. And I was like, how am I younger than both of you? And know
Yeah.
this?
know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow the sun if you need to.
Yeah.
What's worse though is if you put your visor down and the sun's still directly in your eyes.
That's because you're short.
yeah, it's
And I can say that because it happens to me all the time.
it happens to me occasionally too. It's like, don't make me drive west if it's after 4:00.
Right? Or no, my husband was working at a school, and then I had to drive east in the morning, west at night.
East in the morning, west
So
at night. Yeah.
east, because it was definitely like
You were driving into the
and
sunrise.
then into the sunrise, and I'm like, I hate this. Luckily, it was very temporary, but like it's like okay,
But you like sometimes you're legit just blinded. I'm just driving on faith,
right?
You know, it's Jesus take the wheel because I can't see anything.
and you're like, please don't crash, please don't crash.
Yeah. And what are you supposed to do? Like, what if you crash, God forbid, who gets the blame? Like, probably you, but nevertheless, it's
You're like, I couldn't see.
yeah. And
Yeah, no,
that's like
it's-
when you sneeze and you take your eyes off the road for that split second.
Oh my gosh, a friend of mine told me once he did that because he was sneezing while driving,
Right.
and he hit a cop car.
Oh, seriously? Oh my
They
God.
were coming up to a stoplight or a stop sign, and then like he sneezed and hit a cop car.
Oh my God. So what happened?
He took his lumps, and that's how that had to go. And he was like, "Yep, I don't often admit that story, but that's a legit
Wow.
thing that happened."
Of all the cars he could have
Yeah,
hit.
of all the places in all the world.
Exactly. What makes you walk into this gin joint? That's Casablanca. A paraphrased line from Casablanca.
Ooh, I thought of you last night with the so we watched King Arthur, but it was like the Legend of the Sword. So it was
Okay.
what's his name? Okay, so I'm on a Sons of Anarchy kick, which is Charlie Hunnam, who is also in this movie as Arthur. But Guy Ritchie is the director.
Oh, okay.
So he's really dialogue heavy, and
Yeah.
like there's a certain stylization of his movies.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I like
ooh,
most of his movies.
yes. So like this one was very much a Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh, okay.
It was Guy Ritchie, and I was like, because they did an interesting twist on the sort of Arthur, because what they did was Uther, like Arthur's father, had
Yeah.
a sword, and then Excalibur was different.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right.
So he had to like find the truth of what happened to his father before he was worthy enough to wield Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, interesting take on the legend.
Yeah, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Interesting.
It's on one of the streaming services. So
Oh, okay.
if King Arthur is your jam, definitely check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how certain stories hit our imagination, resonate with us throughout time, like very much like the fairy tales, like Cinderella. We love that story, and a lot of little girls grew up thinking about Cinderella and her fairy godmother, but I mean that tale is thousands of years old, right? And the Egyptians even had a version where it was a slave girl that was washing her laundry down at the Nile or whatever, and she had this pair of shoes that she was very proud of, and she did a little dance while she was washing and just enjoying herself, and the pharaoh would watch her
Okay.
and kind of fell in love with her, and one day she left a shoe behind, and
so that's the whole like I left the shoe behind and the pharaoh's got to find the girl.
yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool take on it, and there's a couple of throughout history, like real life Cinderellas. Like one, I believe she was German or in the Germanic states at that point. They weren't full Germany at that point because they were all kinds of little different countries and kingdoms and things like that. And her father, I believe, was a cobbler or a tailor, something like that. And she ended up marrying the prince and becoming queen of wherever she was.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so she wasn't of his class, and in those days class was very, very important. And like you couldn't even dress above your class
Oh yes, that's right.
because it was considered like it was a arrestable offense.
Yep.
To
You had to get caught first.
you had to
'Cause
get
I
caught
feel like
first.
there was definitely some people who tried.
Oh yeah,
and got
absolutely.
away with it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. The things you could get away with that you could not get away with today. I mean, a lot of the rules are a little bit like, really? Because now we're all about freedom of clothing and wear what you want, and grandmas don't have to dress like grandmas anymore. Which I'm all for. If you feel comfortable in it, wear it. Like let your freak flag fly.
Yeah.
However, that being said, do leave something to the imagination.
Oh, I just that made me think of that because I just ran past. So I follow a band called The Beaches, and they're fantastic. They're a Canadian band. Apparently wherever they performed over the weekend was like extremely hot.
Okay.
So the lead singer was like, "Screw wearing a dress right now." Like she was still covered.
Right.
But like definitely tore one layer of clothing off. And people in the comments are like, "What the heck?" And I'm like, "Why not?
well,
You're
yeah.
still covered."
Plus, you're up on stage, and do you know how hot it is
Yeah.
on a stage?
Yeah.
Like if you're in the audience and you're warm, and if it was already hot, you said.
Yeah,
in that climate?
it was an outside festival. So
Okay, so they're
there's-
probably already hot, and there's probably a lot of topless guys.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But when you're on stage and you got the lights and the energy and all that kind of stuff, like it just becomes an oven.
Yeah, exactly. So like kudos to her for being confident and just rocking
Well,
on.
I don't understand how some of these rock singers can wear leather pants in that kind of Like, those
Nope.
pants weren't coming off for a few days. They were completely stuck.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, they had teams for the leather pants. I am on the leather pant team to get the leather pants off.
Okay, can you imagine putting that on a resume?
Yeah.
Who did you work for? So and so. I was on the leather pants team.
Led Zeppelin. Really? What'd you do? I was part of the leather pants team.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm all about like leave something to the imagination, but I'm not to the point of modesty to the point of a burqa.
No.
So, somewhere in the middle.
Which most people can gauge pretty well.
Yeah, I mean in Ontario, it became legal to go topless for both men and women outside. Like obviously you can't go into a business topless. Neither whether you're a man or a
those
woman.
stickers exist. No shirt, no shoes, no service.
Yes, exactly, and that's understandable and reasonable, right? But legally as a woman, you could walk around topless and it would be fine.
Mhm.
It used to be illegal.
Which I think that's why we fought for it, right?
Yeah. So it's like let's just take it off the books. But and when it first came into being, there were a couple of young ladies that went around topless, but this was 10 years ago, probably easy.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, more than that. Yeah. So, but you don't see a lot of topless people or women around at all.
Well, there's also like unspoken rules too, right? Like I was talking to a friend of mine, like outside of dress code.
Mhm.
I was talking to a friend of mine about, she was asking me about like the hiring process,
Mhm.
and being recently successful in another hiring process
Mhm.
for the same company I work for, I realized there's a lot of unwritten rules.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting because you really don't realize where they are until you either come against them and fail
Right.
in that particular process. You haven't failed like catastrophically, but just
No, but like
came
in with ripped jeans, and that's not really.
yeah, like
you
that
know.
kind of thing. If you want to, there's definitely a dress code.
There's definitely a professionalism that needs to come
Exactly.
even to the interview.
And it's just, and they're like that's not correct because like not everyone knows about that and da 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 da, and I'm like, that's the way it is.
Ignorance isn't an excuse for the law.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And like I understand getting it off the books, but at the same time, like I'd be scared to bring my boobs out. Partly because like you'd only do it in the summer.
Yeah.
But I don't want them getting burnt. They're delicate.
And I mean, yeah, because 6 months out of the year they'd be cold.
Yes.
It'd be very cold. We would be covering up anyway because it's too cold.
It's too cold. And then when it is too hot, it's like, nah, I still don't, like, I don't want to expose them to the sun because these puppies haven't come out into daylight outside of in the morning when I'm getting dressed,
Yep.
It's like, that's about as much exposure as they get to sunlight.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And there's some guys that I don't want to see topless either.
Oh.
But I mean, enjoy who you are.
Yep.
Regardless of what.
And if you can rock it, rock it.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, like, there's lots of guys that have hairy backs that a lot of people go, ugh. I'm like, they can't help that.
No.
It's like, it's not like you go, oh, hair, I want to grow you here, because if you could do that, most women would have it so it doesn't grow in the underarms, so it doesn't grow on the legs.
Yeah, that's a bugger to keep.
Yeah, it's a lot. I said to one of my girlfriends one time, this was many years ago when we went out for dinner, I said, the best thing about having a date with a girlfriend is you don't have to shave your legs.
Truth. Truth.
The pressure is off.
The blushers. I was like, oh, I can just, be myself.
Yeah, just be me. Naturally me. Here's what I am. Although, like, I was, what show was that? It was a movie or show, I can't remember now. But it was set in sort of pioneer, older times.
Yep.
And the woman went to wash herself and she lifted her arm and there was a full, bit of hair. And I'm wondering, as an actress, do you have to grow that out or do they have special armpit wigs?
They probably have armpit wigs. They have wigs for everything.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, growing that out. I mean, I don't know. I when I grow mine out, like not that I do it all the time, but because I've waxed for so many years, I have almost nothing under there anyways.
Yep.
So it's kind of a bitch to shave as
Mhm.
well because there's not that many there. And it's like I'll shave and then I'll be like, oh, there's one left. Come on.
Missed that one again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is it in the sunlight you can see all your hair, right?
It's got to be like some reflective thing, because like,
Because you can always see it in the rear view mirror, right?
Yep.
Oh, there's my mustache. Mustachio. She twirl it. Oh.
oh my gosh, one of the kids today, and it's like testament to how they're growing up. Because he
Mhm.
was like, screwed up shaving my mustache, so I had to shave it off.
Oh,
And I was like, you had a mustache? Like, that's how much I look at them, but I don't look at them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
just
okay.
wisps of
It
little.
was definitely just wisps. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry you lost your mustache this weekend. I'm
Yeah.
like, the stuff I say at work.
It's like you don't want a mustache anyways. Not many men can pull off just a mustache.
No, they really can't. But then I think it's so like from listening to my nephew, who, because his dad and then like my husband, his uncle, have like really robust beards.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like been trying to grow, like he's got a less patchy version now.
Okay.
But in order for everything to grow, you gotta like grow it out, shave it, grow it out, shave
Yeah.
it. So like the growing it out part was like really frustrating for him because it wasn't all kicked in yet.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can kind of sympathize with that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, once you get older too, it grows in a little fuller because
Yeah.
you've got all the whiskers now.
All the whiskers. That's how you train it, I think, too, is, and if, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, you gotta like let it grow in and then shave it off and then let it grow in again, and like so that it like gets
Yeah,
used
so
to it.
yeah, when you're younger. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you got to kind of I guess you can train to grow hair in certain
Yes.
spots, but just whisker hair. It's like you can't tell your legs to not grow hair or to grow more hair.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd want more hair on your legs.
No, I love watching when they get tape and they get funny. They get like taking each other with the tape with their arms.
Oh,
And
okay.
then one of them always is like goes up to a boy and just slaps it on their legs, and I'm like, you have fun with that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this arm here has like no hair left on it.
Yep.
Because this was my testing arm for the wax in the spa. So because I, tested it like many times a day, every day for 5 days a week at least, it's like it's totally bare. It was always fun in school when you learned to wax. We often did it on the arms.
Yep.
Because it was just easier to get at.
Yeah.
Although it is pretty tender, the arms.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, the first time it happened, you're like, oh my God. And anytime I told a new client that was getting their arms done, I said, you're going to think it feels like a baby's bum. And it totally does. You're like, oh, and you can't stop touching your own arms.
You're like, okay, this is the thing now.
Yeah, it's like, this is awesome. Speaking of hair and hairy people or non-hairy people, the full moon is coming up.
Ow.
Ooh.
Werewolf's coming out.
Yeah, werewolf in London. So it's the strawberry moon.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is when the strawberries are supposed to come out. Now, I have been reading the farm reports, and they're saying it's going to be a late
Oh, interesting.
thing because it's been a gloomy,
Yeah.
rainy, dark.
So they haven't exactly had a lot of the sunshine that they need to keep growing.
Exactly. So it's probably this week that is going to be the first week of
Mhm.
collecting strawberries. If you're one to pick your own, I have a couple of strawberry plants out there. And when we first had a couple of those sunny days, I did get about a handful of strawberries off one plant.
Ooh, that's good.
But my other one that hasn't bloomed is a June bearing, blooming month or plant. And I'm like, come on, she's got lots of flowers. No strawberries yet.
Oh no.
So hopefully it will get a little sunnier and they'll give me some
Yeah.
strawberries. Yeah. And I'm trying container gardening because apparently strawberries do very well in containers.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm
And
like,
then
hey.
all my friends have green thumbs, and I learned so much.
and the other thing, if you want to ever take up practicing growing plants, grow them in at least pairs or threes
Okay.
because plants like company.
Okay. Yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah. So I've got all my tomato plants out there with marigolds
Mm-hmm.
because marigolds and tomatoes our companion
Go
planting.
well together, yeah.
And they grow very well together. I don't have the room for corn, but I do have squash and beans, which are two of the three sisters.
Yep. Someone was saying something about little. Who was it? That's gonna bug me now because someone said they have little pieces of corn. They're like corn. Like I don't know where they got little or how you get little
Like corn on the cob that's little, or
Yeah.
like the stir fry little mini.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She's like, yeah, I've got little corn stalks growing, and I'm like,
Whoa, really?
I didn't think you could get little ones.
Oh, well, maybe they've just bloomed or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I did grow corn at the farm. Now, I was just doing it in my vegetable garden. I wasn't like growing fields of corn or anything. The only thing I find about corn, though, is that you only get like 2 or 3 ears off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And it's like, well, that means I have to plant a lot of stalks to get the supply I want. So if you go and buy corn from, the local, those guys with trucks that set up
Yeah.
and stuff, just getting 6 of them is probably like 2 stalks.
Yeah.
That they've gone through, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how much corn are you picking?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that's the reason why that's like fields and fields long.
Yeah, exactly. It is definitely a field type of crop. And, I remember as a kid running through corn fields, we would play hide and seek. A friend of mine lived right next to a farmer who did corn stalks and
yeah.
stuff. So it was like right out of a scary movie, right? Because it's always in the corn stalks. And
They could get lost in the corn stalks.
exactly. And
Yeah.
you can. I know a couple times, myself and her brother, and I don't know if she ever did, but we got kind of lost in it because you kind of
Do you
start
just
to lose.
pick a direction, and just start walking?
Yeah, like we would run in there to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
And then we'd be running around so much that we were like, okay, I'm not hearing anybody run anymore. I'm
Where
alone
are-
in
yeah.
in
And now
here.
you're like, where am I?
Yeah, and we'd
Oh,
always
that would be
get,
terrifying.
it was
Oh,
terrifying.
that'd be so terrifying.
Luckily, I found my way out, obviously. But
No, she's still lost in
yeah,
there,
I'm
guys.
still lost in it. But we always got in trouble when we did that.
Duh, because the farmer's probably like, what are you doing to my crops?
Yeah, first of all, what are you doing to my crops? And second of all, I don't want to lose you. Because
Yeah.
especially since I was a visiting guest,
Yeah.
you don't have to make the phone call of, we've lost your daughter.
Sorry. She's got lost in the corn. I'm waiting for nightfall to send in the scarecrow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my God. I'm waiting for it to start a fire so we see the smoke. And
Can you imagine? SOS.
yeah. But I mean, we were, back in those days.
Kids have zero fear. Like,
Well,
absolutely zero
and we
fear.
had zero supervision as well.
Oh, yes, because you're very much Gen X, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys had especially no supervision.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we just could run for days, and parents wouldn't even know necessarily. It's like not everyone showed up for dinner. Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were country kids, so we didn't even have the street lights. Like you see the memes
Yeah.
where it's like when the street lights came
Came
on.
on, I knew to come home.
Yeah, we didn't even have that.
That was I'm the tail end of that generation. Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, so my parents were Gen X.
Okay.
Yes, my parents are Gen X. I'm millennial, but like I was the tail end of that.
Oh,
because
okay.
I like elder millennials earlier. So the late millennials wouldn't even they were more screen time, internet,
Oh, okay.
after school, watch TV,
Right,
instead of
right.
playing outside.
Yeah, yeah. No, we didn't watch TV that much. Like, as I got older, my younger brothers and sisters came around. Yeah, 4:00 was the time to watch like things like Gilligan's Island and Star Trek, and my mom loved Captain Kirk.
Love it. See, and it's funny too because like I'm a millennial, but I have a lot of Gen X memories.
Oh, okay.
Because like I would stay with my grandparents and
Well, I
they
was
would
gonna
have
say, you had
all
a
of
lot.
all of those channels too. Like I Dream of Jeannie and Gilligan's Island. So
Yes.
like I remember coming home after school and watching those on TV.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so it's really funny because not everyone in like millennials have that. So I'm like borderline Gen X millennial mentality.
Right.
So it's
right.
really funny because I've actually and don't ever do this. Job interviews should never ask you what generation you are
Oh,
because
okay.
it's technically ageist.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But like I was like I think I was too busy. My brain was trying to comprehend because they were like, as a baby boomer, primarily office. How, as a millennial, are you gonna fit in? And I was like, hang on a minute,
They can't ask that, can
right? So my brain didn't even like catch that they can't ask that.
Yeah.
I was more offended that they called me like a like baby millennial,
Right.
Because I'm like, hang on, yes, I'm millennial by like chronological order,
Right.
But because I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, I gained some Gen X traits,
Right.
So I'm like, I don't even identify as that. Like, how dare
Right.
you insult me?
Yeah, and presume.
Right? Oh my god, it was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, anytime someone's like, what should I do in an interview? I'm like, don't bring up millennials and your age and things like that.
And don't let them do it
Don't let
either.
them do it either. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like, no, no, no.
Yeah. No, it was interesting.
I mean, it's one thing if you brought it up as the interviewee, but it's quite, I mean, it's not necessarily like, you don't want to go in there and go, by the way, I'm 60 and I'm really tired.
Right? Or it's like, what is it? So this was a TV show. Oh, it was Supernatural. It was
Okay.
one of the characters like, hi, I'm so and so. I'm a Gemini. I like long walks on the beach. Like, he was just being a dork because he was in an interrogation, and because he was trying to like give his brother time to do something. It was, if you know Supernatural, you know the brothers. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
But like, you don't do something like that in a job interview.
Yeah. Like the Step Brothers with Will Ferrell.
Did we just become best friends?
They show up in a job interview in their tuxedos. It's like, oh my god.
Oh, that's too funny.
But yeah, it's the strawberry moon, the full moon on the 29th, and like you said, the summer solstice was just yesterday.
Just yesterday, there were some sun showers. I feel like there was a lot of like cleansing energy about.
Yeah, it was a good day. There was a lot piled onto one day.
Yes.
There was summer solstice, there was Father's Day, and of course June is Pride Month. So I'm sure something was going on.
Yep.
And then, right behind it is full moon coming up. It's like there's a lot happening. It's like when you're in a family that has like all October birthdays or all
Oh my god,
May
funny
birthdays.
thing you should say. There's October birthdays, so in one side of my family, like, a lot of people in October, and my sister's currently pregnant, and she's like, yeah, the baby's due on Dad's birthday, and I was like, as if we need another October baby.
Right.
Like, we're just gonna smack Dad, we're starting to stack them on each other's birthdays now.
Well, 3 of my brothers and sisters have October
Yep.
birthdays. So it's like there's a lot, and it's just me and Kimber in April. Although it's enough, right?
Yeah, it's
And
enough.
we're only like a couple weeks apart on the calendar.
That's hilarious.
I come first, of course, so that's good.
You're like, ha, trailblazer right here.
Exactly. And you get the best, you get the most
Yep.
effort done, and then it's like, oh yeah, right, it's your birthday too. Oh goodness. But yeah, there was a lot happening, and of course the old story of the Oak King and the
Yes,
Holly King.
he is passing over the torch.
Yes, because they're brothers. So they're both kings, they're both brothers. One wants it dark all the time, and one wants it light all the time. So the Oak King wants it light, and he lost the battle on the summer solstice. So that, because if he kept going the way he wants, come December, we'd have all sun all the time.
Yeah.
And like they do in the north, where they have the endless day.
So different battle, different person won.
Yeah. So the Holly King is actually in charge now. So a lot of people associate Christmas with the Holly King because, of course, he's holly and berries, and he kind of looks like Santa Claus a little bit. But he's actually in charge now, so he's making it darker. So as of yesterday, the days will start to get shorter.
Which makes me sad because I feel like they just started to get lighter.
I know, right? It's like just at the beginning of summer. It's like, come on. But he doesn't like, bam, 4:00, it's dark now. It's
No, you'll notice it in the fall.
Yeah. So he eases us into it, just like the Oak King eases us into it.
Yep.
Because they both know we're humans. We don't like big changes. It's too shocking. and the same thing with the cards. The cards will ease us into things for the most part. If we're not listening, we will sometimes get what's called a major arcana card.
Yeah.
Now,
Those are
major
some big-
arcana will
big
also
shifts.
show up when we are listening. If there's a big change, big swing in our lives that's about to happen, which is, it's sort of a warning. I always say doing a tarot card reading is a little like a couple of things. One, it's like getting a weather report for your life.
Fair.
So when the storms are coming, so you can be prepared. Because I can't tell you the number of times I've done a reading where it's like, oh my gosh, this big thing's happening, la 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 la, and maybe it's more of a negative big thing, right? That I'm kind of seeing. And people will message me later or call me later. Well, they don't call me because I don't answer the phone.
Don't call her. She won't answer.
I won't. But for the most part, 99% of the time I won't answer. Occasionally I do.
You're probably like, if you tell me and let me know that you're calling, I will probably pick
There
up.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But they'll message me and say, "Oh my gosh, this bad thing that you said was going to happen happened, but it wasn't as bad because you're kind of prepared for it,
Yes.
right?"
Well, it's like being prepared for like, you want the best thing to happen, but being prepared for the worst also cushions the blow if the best thing doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I always am like, every single day I'm like, can we start with a plan? I don't care if the plan goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Just let's start with a plan.
Know where our focus
Yeah,
is.
know where the focus is. Let's hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yeah, exactly. Prepare for the worst, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, what was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. So, anyways, it can also be like a map
Yep. That's
of, I'm often saying, okay, this step will happen, but you have to do these 2 steps first.
Oh, that's like my favorite. So like, my favorite go-to when I'm like, if someone like throws me a curveball with a question and I'm like, I don't know how to answer this,
Right.
I will like, let's see what the cards say, and I have a set spread that will always have some sort of nugget of information.
Right.
So it's like you start with one thing and then you see where it goes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I like that as well. And that's what I was going to say about hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Is even if the bad thing that I see in the cards or whatever happens, and sometimes it's not through any fault of your own.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes life just throws you a curveball.
Yep.
A curveball with shit on it sometimes, and we just have to deal, and it's always especially in the tragic moments, in the hard moments, difficult times and things like that is where the biggest gifts are, right? And, so when I go into difficult times now myself, after many, many decades of practicing, and I still sometimes forget. But when Marcel went in for his operation, and they weren't sure he was going to make it, like I knew, okay, I'm prepared for the worst. I obviously hope for the best. But I was all the way down the hallway before I saw him. I was saying, what is the gift? What is the lesson? Right? And
which is hard to focus on in those moments, though, right?
It is, but my mind just lasered in on that.
Good.
And I was like, damn, okay, meditation finally paying off,
Well, and that's it, right? Like, I've noticed with the kiddos, when they're up here, you can't talk to them about, like, maybe next time we should do A.
Yeah, they don't even want to hear it.
No. And even sometimes they don't even have to be up here for them not to, like, engage. So sometimes you have to, like, rein them back in and be like, let's go over here. Let's distract you.
Yeah.
Let's learn that skill while you're distracted and calm so that you can use it the next time things go off the kilter.
Yeah. And as children, I notice a lot, but all of us do this as kids. We blame someone else.
Oh, 100%.
It's never our fault.
It's never
so
our fault.
part of the teaching of children is teaching them to own what is their fault. What is their contribution to this mess that's here? Maybe it's not all you, but some of it's got to be you because you were there. And it's teaching children to do that so that they mature into adults that then do that. Because I know a lot of adults that blame other people, right? And I get a lot of them as clients even, where it's like, well, I didn't have a choice. You always have a choice.
Always.
It's like, I know life throws curveballs and there's reaction time. Totally legit and understandable. But you're an adult. You're supposed to learn that self-discipline of, okay, I reacted. Now what am I going to do?
But some people, like, they don't have the skills. And so you kind of got to realize that things don't always go to plan, and then you have to kind of, like, what was it the other day? One of the kids said something out of left field, and my brain kind of was like, what?
Mm.
And but I couldn't react how I wanted to react. Like, there was, like, Kayla's reaction and how a teacher should have reacted.
Oh, okay.
Right? Which is on the daily, depending
Right.
on what it is. But this particular situation, like, really threw me, and I was like, okay, I'm at work. I can't react how I want to react.
Mhm.
And it wasn't a bad thing. It was just shocking to hear them say it.
Okay.
And then so I was like, well, no, teacher brain needs to kick in.
Right.
Like,
right.
like,
Yeah.
like,
Because you want to go. Don't you ever do that or say that or whatever.
well, not even that. Like,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't like a how dare you. It wasn't like a negative thing. But
Oh,
it was just
okay.
shocking coming from that particular student. Like,
Mhm.
not that they aren't shock inducing in and of themselves.
Oh,
but
yeah.
just some of them.
They totally use the shock effect.
Oh, 100%. But some of them have better ways of telling me things than others. Some of them it'll be like right at a left field, and I'm like, where did this come from?
Right.
And that was one of those things. I was like, okay. But then, like, teacher brain has to kick over versus the way Kayla react would be very different.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But
Because
that's
kids are like pigs. Okay.
she means well.
I mean, because pigs are very smart.
Yeah.
So the thing with pigs is when you have them in a pen, you have to make sure that pen's locked down like Fort Knox, because they will test every single inch of that pen.
Yeah.
And kids do the same thing. And
100% they
they
do.
pick up really quickly
Mhm.
where the weak points are, where the shock factors are, where the buttons are that they need to press to get a rise out of you.
Yep.
Right? And it's funny, like they're very much alike at that stage.
And now I'm thinking of the Robert Munch book, Pigs. Because it's the whole, like, did you remember to shut the pen and putting the pigs away before you went to school? Yes, Dad. And it's like the one day she doesn't, the pigs ride with her to school.
Oh.
And getting them back home is a whole thing.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those videos of dog daycare buses?
Yes.
Those are amazing. I love them. I'm like, I want to drive that bus.
Right? Like retirement plan right
Yeah.
there. Like, can I
Exactly.
just drive dogs to daycare?
Yeah. And they all seem to know to get on, and they
Yeah.
all have their buddies, and it's like, oh my god, it's so hilarious.
Well, it's funny because when Bosco was doing training, because he's got his, like, ABA and stuff, the second class that we did, I think, Josh, like, lovingly called it the tricolor gang.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, Bosco's a tricolor, and then there was 2 other dogs
Oh, okay.
that were also tricolor. So
Right.
the 3 of them hung out together
Right,
in
right.
class, and it was the most adorable thing ever.
That's what I used to call one of my Basset Hounds, and Larry, who was a Jack Russell Beagle mix, but they both were short-haired.
Yep.
You know, and I called them the Velvet Brothers. And I had a backstory of how they did jazz, you know, performances at seedy bars. I write stories about my pets for some reason.
Wait, you know what? Like, why not? Right? Like, it'll scratch that creative itch.
Yeah.
And it gets your brain going.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I keep telling Josh he needs to do a YouTube channel of, like, just reacting to, like, as if he's Bosco's voice.
Oh, okay,
Because,
yeah.
like, Bosco has these expressions on his face, and then Josh will narrate them, and I'm
Right.
like, why am I not recording this? at
Yeah,
this point?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, yeah, so, I mean, and the full moon is, you know, this is a pet peeve of mine. So, the full moon is right before you're supposed to release stuff. So, a lot of people, and you'll read it in books, and you'll get, like, full moon worksheets, and, you know, you can buy them online at Etsy or whatever. And they'll be like, oh, release on the full moon. What would you like to release? And it's like, that doesn't technically happen at the full moon. So the full moon is about gratitude, is the big one. Be thankful for what you have right now. And especially be thankful for the things you want more of. Because that's how you create space for, you know, wanting more of. And bringing awareness of what you want more of. And it's not always a consumer more. It can be like, I want more love. I want more knowledge. I want, you know, that sort of thing, right? I could be a good habit. I want more motivation to exercise, whatever it might be, right? So whatever you want more of, that's what you're supposed to do. And the full moon, of course, is 3 nights, as is every single stage of the moon. No matter what stage she's in, it's always 3 nights. It's technically 2.6 7,
6,
9 or
whatever,
something. Yeah, something like
We
that.
can get technical. We just won't.
Yeah, I just make it easy and say 3 days. You got 3 days. Because, and the day that you see it on your calendar, because some calendars mark off
Oh, that's
when
true,
the
they
full
do.
moon starts, that's the first night of the full moon. You still got 2 more nights after that, right?
Yep.
So what that leads up to is the releasing stage. So if you do have a worksheet that or book or whatever that says what do you want to release, you can still write that down.
Mm-hmm.
But don't start it until 3 days after the full moon.
Yep.
Because that's when the waning moon comes in. That's the time to release. But you want to know what you're making space for first. It's like every year I got the kids to clean up their rooms right before Christmas, and one of the things they had to do was go through all your toys
Yeah.
and see which ones you wanted to clear out to make space for the ones Santa was going to bring.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah. So they did it very enthusiastically because they're like, I'm making space for Santa's new toys, right?
Yep.
So you can do that every full moon. You're like, I can make space for, whatever the universe is going to give me, but you have to make the space first. And you have to you have to go through your toys and figure out which ones you're not playing with. Or that you want.
Metaphorically, toys, adults, or physically, whatever, if you get not knocking collections here.
Yeah.
But definitely go through your stuff and
Yeah.
see what no longer serves and
Yeah.
then make room for what will serve.
Exactly. But you got to bring awareness to what you have, what maybe is like, okay, this is getting out of control, or because I've watched the Hoarder show a lot. It's such a great motivator to get you to clean up your own place. But I've seen hoarders like that are collection hoarders.
Yep.
And so it's all neat and organized, but it's still hoarding.
It's still hoarding.
Yeah.
And that's where, I used to collect Beanie Babies as a kid.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
I do have a Funko Pop, I call it a collection. I have under 20.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call it, some people are like, that's not even close to a collection.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want more. Do I have the money and or room? No.
Yeah.
So I look and go, oh, that's really cute. I'd like it, but not today.
Right. And I love nutcrackers. I keep my nutcracker collection up all year. It's over there. That's why I'm pointing there. I've had a nutcracker collection of about 20 nutcrackers stolen from me. Yeah. It was
How does that happen?
it was in it was where my spa was, and the one part that I kept them in
Yeah.
was not secure.
Oh no. That's
Not
hard.
fully secure. We think it was some of the upstairs neighbors.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so the girls at the spa were so amazing to me because they each bought a nutcracker
yeah.
for me. So I've since reestablished my nutcracker collection. I don't have everything that I used to have. Some of them were very collectible.
Yep.
But nevertheless, it's okay. It's not like my life is over, or anything like that. And it does teach you you don't have to hang on to shit.
Well, that's exactly it, right? People tie, and I'm one, I also do this. So, as much as I'm saying this because I also do this. I'm not just judging. People have emotional ties to materialistic things.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So then that increases their value in your own brain, and then you have a hard time letting it go.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the first year after my nutcracker collection got stolen, I was buying up nutcrackers. And then I was like, I don't need to just do quantity.
Yeah.
I want to do quality.
Yeah.
Right? But my brain went into that panic mode of, they're all gone.
Yeah.
So
They're
now
all
you
gone.
need to...
I need to fix this. How I fix this? Buy more.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got rid of a few that were just, they don't have any value to me. It's not. So now if I see a nutcracker, and it's been a while, that has this is a really cool one, unusual one, different one, whatever. It's not even about the value. It's just if it looks cool to me, then I might buy it. But I don't actively go out of my way to just buy up whatever nutcrackers come in, because Bombay Company used to have one every year that was a collectible.
Well, Barbie does the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
and I had about 8 of them. And some of them are quite valuable now. But
Well, and that's it. And but sometimes things don't hold their value. So my grandmother and I
Beanie Babies.
did the Beanie Baby thing, and I still have a few of them.
Yeah.
But they are far cry from my original collection, and that's okay.
Yeah. And we've all seen the 40-year-old virgin don't know why I had to repeat that, but you know, where he's got those collectibles and it's like, yeah, his toy collection is worth a fortune,
Yeah.
book wise, but what are people really willing to pay
for it? Yeah.
And people will haggle you.
Well, and it's really interesting because, like, so I was looking back, and it's funny because I think about the theme of, like, magic and things that have been sprinkled throughout my life, and one of them was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So they had a highly successful TV series, highly successful animated TV series, ended up in book form.
Oh, okay.
So there was, like, a laundry list of, like, 40 books, chapter books, like young adult, not necessarily young adult, even more
little lower, like grade 8.
Not even like grade. I was reading them in grade 4.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I also read a lot of books I shouldn't have read at an early age, so I can't tell you whether or not your grade 4 should read these books. But there were so many of them, and now I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind like revisiting. So like, even if I could like find it at a used bookstore to look it up online, they're going for a lot of money because nobody can find them.
Oh,
they've obviously stopped printing them, and like, so like, they're rare, which means they're in demand, which means
wasn't there a controversy, like, didn't it come back as a series or something? And I think there was a big controversy in the occult field that said no, and
I don't remember that. I know people want it back, or was that Charmed?
No, I'm pretty sure it was
Sabrina.
Okay. I think it was.
I will do some research, and we will talk about that next week, because I don't, not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But no, so I every so often, because like there was Sabrina, there was Charmed, there was Buffy. Yeah. There was all of these like semi-occult things that were like sprinkled throughout my like, the same with journalism too. So it's funny that I ended up where I ended up.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, growing up too, I would never have known I'd end up here. Right. Yeah. And like, I remember when I cast my first spell, coming from a very strict Roman Catholic background, I was terrified because I thought the gates of hell are going to open and swallow me whole.
You imagine in that night in your dream, the devil's like, come, just come join us. We have cookies.
Exactly. But really, if you look at, like, I don't identify as Wicca. I'm not Wicca, but I have studied the craft and I have used the craft. But I've also, studied my native background, and I've also studied Celtic shamanism, and really all three of those things are very similar, do a lot of the same things. Like Native American with the medicine wheel have the 4 directions, right? And even somewhat in church there's a lot too.
Well, and that's, so I always go back to, so I'm not like a regular churchgoer. Did a little bit in high school, straight again. I'm now like, the trees are my church. But when I did go in college, or like after college, supporting in my job, like it was literally, I got paid to be at church. It was the best thing ever. I did notice that, like, there was a lot of borrowed, like the Roman Catholic, because it happened to be a Roman Catholic denomination, borrows a lot from like paganism and
100%,
4 directions, and I was like,
I was watching, so my nephews just had their first communion.
Yeah.
So I was watching the priest and his helpers and stuff. And when they do the incense around the altar, they do it Widdershins.
Oh, they do it Widdershins? Interesting.
Because they're cleansing it.
Yep.
Right? So I'm like, oh, interesting that they go that way.
Yep.
As opposed to the
other way.
Yeah, but I think it's very much done on purpose. The guy who's doing the incense might not know why he's going that way.
Yeah, it may have been like, this is how we do it, because this is like, has always been this way. Meanwhile, eons ago, people knew exactly why they did things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you give a blessing, you always give it with the right hand as opposed to the left. It's not a dominant hand thing. It's that traditionally the right hand is the one that gives out things. That's why if your right hand gets itchy, you're going to give out money. Okay. So there's probably a bill coming up. But if you're itchy on your left hand, you're going to give or get money because the left hand receives.
My hand was itchy earlier today. Now I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah, which one?
Now I'm like, No, and that makes sense because whenever, so and you don't have to follow this because a lot of people are like, if you don't do this, it's not correct. So people wear bracelets. I took mine off, but like I have bracelets on either hand normally, and yes, your left is coming in,
Yeah.
your right is going out. So
Yeah.
like I wear a lot of my protective stuff on my right so that it's projecting out.
Right.
But I also wear somewhat protective stuff on my left so that it's also coming in. So there's that like constant
Yeah.
flow.
So that it's, producing a shield.
Yeah,
So you only
exactly.
get the good as opposed to the bad. I
Yeah.
mean, doesn't mean it's a definite filter that will filter
No,
everything
it's
out,
never it's never like a 100% like solid wall, but it's a nice little buffer some
Yeah,
days.
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, absolutely.
Chaotic energy. She's a fun time in there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, from chaos comes creativity,
Yes.
right?
Very true. Very true.
It's learning how to embrace it.
Well, that's it. And it's like you can live in chaos for so long or not. So it all depends on how you purpose the chaos.
And it's also about balance. I mean, it's not to say that chaos is the only way to go and logic and being in order is bad. It is more male and chaos is more female, but you need the balance of both.
100%. But also, too, your body and your brain get used to one or the other. And I'm not saying you should live in either one for long periods
Artists
of time.
often live in chaos.
Yes, yes, they do. If you were to look at my house, you would think it was very chaotic because every time I clean it up and 3 days later it's a whirlwind again.
Yeah.
And I am just as guilty for that mess as my husband is because
Right,
we
right.
we get into endeavors and we're very much artists in some ways and the
Just
logic
everything's
side-
everywhere
Yeah,
and
everything's everywhere. But it's okay until it's not okay, and then we fix it. So.
Right, right. And it's finding that balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's about balance. And there's always a match. Like, I just did a love reading
Ooh.
last week, I think it was. And I said there's a lid for every pot. And there really is. There
love
really
that.
is. So if you feel like you're a pot without a lid, it's okay. Your lid is out there. And you will find it. And as humans, we need connections. And we need a lot of different connections. You know, a lot of times, like, have you ever had this happen to you? I've been guilty of doing it. I've been guilty of having it done to me. Of when a girlfriend in high school, let's say, gets a boyfriend and you don't see her at all. It's like she's gone.
Yeah,
Because
so
it's so,
me
like-
less doing it. I've watched it happen.
Yeah,
So
I've
I
watched it
didn't
happen.
date much in high school.
And I've been guilty of doing it.
Yep.
This is my new guy. I don't care about the rest of you. Boom. This
Yeah.
is where my attention is. Right.
Yeah.
So it as we become adults, we realize that's not the end all be all
No.
relationship. It's definitely a prime relationship. It's definitely a good like if you are with your husband or wife or whatever, and that's someone you love, then definitely that's your major relationship, right? And as it should be. But you need relationships outside of that, right? You need friends, you need maybe coworkers,
As
that
much as
too.
that relationship is intense, you need everything else to balance you out.
Absolutely.
Because if you're just in that intensive relationship, there's lack of balance, and that is not going to serve you.
Yeah, because as partners, regardless of who you're partnering up with, but as life partners, you balance each other out. But then you need that relationship to also be balanced within the world, right? And, there you go.
Yeah, I love it.
Where are we at here?
I don't know. Where
Almost an hour.
Ooh.
All right. So I think this is a good place
Yeah.
to call it. Did you want to share any of this, or were you
No,
just
I
looking?
was just looking. We were
Just
talking
playing?
about chaos and I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. Nope.
Just playing with the cards. That's
Just
okay.
playing with the cards.
Yeah.
But we will draw cards next time.
Yeah, and sometimes your cards just need to be handled.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of like when a woman says, I want a massage without the sex. You know, it's like sometimes they just want to be touched. I think that's why I connect really well with my deck, is because I've spent hours just shuffling
Yep.
it. I'm not asking anything of it. I'm not demanding anything of it.
No,
You know,
you just want to move with.
I'm just shuffling
move with
it.
The cards.
and for a deck, that's very much like a massage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or you imagine your deck as a cat. That, like Bob loves the scritches, right? Just wants a little scritch. Doesn't want you to do anything. Doesn't want you to pick it up and all that stuff.
I Someone else told me recently their story about their cat, and their kid was picking them up, and the cat's like, I want none of this.
Yeah. I love it when little kids pick up a cat and they're like, ah. They
I did not give permission for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. If you have any tarot questions, please leave them in the comments, or leave comments about us as well. But please be kind, of course. And we will see you hopefully again next week. Our Canada Day must be coming up soon too.
So Canada Day's Wednesday. So like the 29th, I think, is Monday. So that
Okay.
should be the next podcast. Canada Day is Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay, so we will probably talk about Canada Day a little bit too.
That'd be exciting.
And I will put in the description how to get a hold of us and all our various handles and whatnot. And thank you for being here. Take care.
Yeah. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. There we go.
Apparently the one part I was like,